Are we done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Perjury
here?
Is or
do
not.
not insult my intelligence.
You have to
do not insult my intelligence.
You have to lay your
Please do not insult my intelligence.
It's a false statement made on
Are we done here? Are we done here? Yes,
that is not what I said. I said that. Sir, no, I didn't. You said that. Yes, you did.
You stated
I said that circuit.
You stated that the criminal. You stated that.
I never said that.
This absolutely unhinged Karen just marched into court, trying to sue a guy she just met on a date for over $10,000. Yeah, really. She's claiming emotional distress. This is final boss level Karen behavior, the kind of courtroom meltdown that makes you wonder if we're all stuck in a simulation and someone turned the difficulty up for content and the judge, the judge does not hold back. Quick reality check. Emotional distress claims only work when there's actual proof of intentional harm. A bad date does not qualify. Let me know in the comments if you think the judge handled this right, or if this Karen deserved a countersuit for wasting everyone's time. Let's dive in and watch this legal disaster unfold.
Quashante Short, QASHONTAE I'm sorry, I had to.
In the background.
I'm actually at the airport, so I had to go outside. It looks like they just departed a flight. They just arrived a flight. So I'm outside. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people around. So I'm trying to go where there's no traffic. But thank you. That's okay. That's okay. No, I'm trying to finish this before I get finished. It's actually louder in here.
I'm not sure. I read your complaint again, and you have not. I'm looking here. What is it? Intentional infliction of emotional distress?
Yes.
Is that the claim?
Yes, okay. It is.
That's not something that's really justiciable in district court.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I said that's not something that's justiciable in district court. That has to be brought in circuit court.
So you said it's not permissible in district court. It has to be taken to circuit court?
That's an equitable action, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, was that not, I thought only criminal offenses, I guess it would be considered, I don't know if it's criminal or however you want to consider it, but I thought only criminal offenses were brought before the circuit court.
So
will I have to?
What's in your head? I cannot get into what's in your head, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I gotta go back in because I can't hear you.
Mr. Jordan, let me just ask you this: are you planning to represent yourself on this?
To be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had a date, one date, and nothing else after that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000. I don't see how this is going to go any further. I think it's a waste of your time.
The problem is this, if you think it should be dismissed, you need to file the appropriate motion. You need to file a motion to ask for that.
I will do that. I really didn't know what to expect. This is all new to me. I've never been sued before. I've never, gotten in any trouble. This was just, I don't know. But if that's the process I have to take, then that's what I'll do.
This can't be real, right? Suing a guy for 10 grand because you went on one date is peak modern insanity. What's next? Small claims court for bad dating app bios? This dude absolutely went out with the wrong person, and now he's trapped in a courtroom circus. That feels like it was written by a rejected daytime TV intern. And look, I'm not saying he's perfect. We'll get to that. But watching this unfold, feels less like a legal dispute and more like an exorcism with paperwork. And side note, yes, in some states you can technically sue for intentional infliction of emotional distress after a breakup, but that still requires proof, not vibes, not feelings, not disappointment over appetizers. This man aged 5 years and 5 minutes. He blinked and caught a lawsuit.
There was also a perjury on there as well. He stated, I can't remember what he stated right now because I don't have it, the document
Perjury,
in
wait a
front of
minute. The
Yes.
short, perjury is a criminal charge.
Okay, there were two different charges. There was one that was intentional affliction of pain, which was not, I didn't see that as being a criminal offense, but perjury, I guess that could be considered a criminal offense.
Ma'am, I'm not going to sit here and argue about the legal definition and what's a crime and what isn't. If somebody gets charged with perjury, that is a criminal felony charge. You have to go through the prosecuting attorney and the police. So that's what you are alleging.
Yes, the document will show that, and I also sent forth the messages where he was lying, and it proved he was lying. I emailed that to the courts. I wasn't able to print it out, but they didn't say anything as far as me not being able to turn those documents in. But that should have been in the case file as well.
Did you put it in there?
I emailed it.
I don't see that mentioned in your complaint.
No.
If you are alleging a different count, you've got to amend your complaint to add it in. You can't. I don't know what you said you did, but you
No,
you
the
have to
last
amend your
time.
complaint.
No, the last time we spoke, the last time we were in court, I never changed anything. It's just that he was not properly served. So I had to get an address for him in order for him to be properly served. That's what was the last incident that transpired, was for me to get a correct address for him.
That has nothing to do with what I asked you about.
I know you asked me about an amended.
I asked you about what your claim is about. You said intentional infliction of harm, and I assume you mean intentional infliction of emotional distress. And you said perjury. That's the basis for your claim.
Yes, I'll amend the complaint. I thought I had that already in there. I received a document, I guess after I sent the correct address and he got the document, he sent a letter that should be, I guess, in the file. He sent a letter, and
that's
then
his answer, I guess. We're treating it as his answer.
Right. And so I emailed my response to that letter, because in that letter he lied. And then that's what brought forth the perjury. It was never perjury in the beginning. It was perjury after his response.
Well, you can't say, listen, he has the right to put whatever is in the answer.
I'm not saying he can't, but
you can't add another count because you don't like or you disagree with what is in his answer.
If he responds and his response is a lie, it's perjury, then my documents will prove that he lied in his response.
No.
Explain to me how this makes any legal sense. She's yelling perjury, like it's a promo code you can just drop in court. The man isn't even under oath, but she's acting like she caught him lying. In a televised murder trial, if this isn't the most unhinged courtroom moment of the year, I'm officially terrified of PDA meetings. She's arguing with the judge about how the law works. Say that out loud. That's like arguing with a surgeon mid-operation, because you watch one season of a medical drama, and the energy she's bringing, it's not big confidence energy. It's, my chihuahua has a stroller, and I'm not afraid to use it energy. At this point, the courtroom needs a popcorn machine, because this isn't justice. It's theater. Be honest. How long could you survive in a room with this Karen?
It's his version. First of all, do you understand what perjury is?
Yes, I understand perjury is a lie. I know what perjury means.
Perjury is a statement, a false statement made under oath. So
exactly, and I got documents that prove he was lying.
You don't understand. It's a false
He put a
statement made
document.
under
He
oath.
placed a
Under
document
oath.
that stated a
When did he
lie.
testify to something that he lied about? It's under statement made, a
he-
false statement made under oath.
Bottom line is, you said it's a criminal offense, so I will send it to circuit court. Are we done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Perjury
Are we done here?
is
I know exactly what perjury
a
means.
false
I know exactly what
statement
perjury
made
means.
under
I know
oath.
what perjury means. Are we done
No, you
here? Is it a
don't.
criminal offense or not?
What statement? I don't see anything in the complaint that says he made some false statement under oath.
Because you don't know what happened. You're on the outside looking in. You don't know anything.
But you're the plaintiff. Wait a minute. You are the plaintiff.
Are we done here?
You have to lay out your allegations
here?
properly.
Are we done here?
No,
I
we're
know
not.
exactly what perjury means.
No, we're
Do
not.
not insult my intelligence.
You have to
Do not insult my
You have
intelligence.
to lay your. You have to lay your.
Please do
You
not
have to
insult my
lay
intelligence.
your complaint out. It has. You have to allege this in the complaint. You have
Please
not.
do not insult my intelligence.
It's not about that. You don't think. I don't think you understand what perjury is. It's a
Are we
false
done
statement
here?
made under
Are we
oath.
done here? Are we done here?
I
Please
said
do not
no.
insult my intelligence.
said no.
Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not insult my intelligence as if I do not understand what the word perjury means. Do not. If it's a criminal offense, then it's a criminal offense.
Well, ma'am, it should not have been filed in district court if you want intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Okay, so that's a criminal offense.
Are you going to dismiss it and refile it?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to dismiss it. I will file another case in circuit. But as far as I'm concerned,
you can't have two cases on the ma'am. You can't have two cases going on the same issue.
Well, I'm not. I'm not dismissing the case. If you want to dismiss it, that's up to you. But I, as a plaintiff, am not dismissing the case.
He has to make a proper motion.
Well, that's on him.
But I can also transfer the venue to circuit.
Yes, that's what I thought, because there were other cases that should have been transferred somewhere else. So that's okay.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Ma'am, what about his costs associated with appearing because you filed it in the wrong court?
I need to see because I was not aware, since you said perjury was not on there, I was not aware that a criminal offense for intentional infliction of emotional distress was considered a criminal offense there, that it had to be.
I didn't say that. That is not what I said.
Yes,
that is not what I said. I said that. No, I didn't. You said that. Yes, you did.
You stated
I said that circuit.
You stated that the criminal. You stated that emotional infliction of emotional distress is a criminal offense.
Honestly, this has to be surreal for the guy on the other side. He's basically watching Judge Judy, unmedicated edition, and trying to figure out how his life took this turn. He goes on one awkward dinner date, probably says, "Let's split the check," and now he's in court. Like he rear-ended the queen of entitlement. He should be suing her for emotional distress and the 3 hours of life he'll never get back. You already know that date was bad. The kind where you check your watch mid-appetizer and start mentally drafting your exit strategy. I wouldn't even be surprised if she showed up with a spreadsheet listing emotional damages, lost charm, and unmet expectations. So yeah, split the bill at your own risk. You might just see this Karen again in court.
And you stated that perjury is a criminal offense, but you also stated that perjury is not on the document that I placed forth before you. So criminal offense would not.
It's not in the complaint.
On there.
It's not in the complaint.
I need you to show me. I need you to show me the document which states that intentional infliction of emotional distress is indeed and in fact a criminal offense, because that's the original offense that was placed on there.
I never said that. I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. Ma'am,
yes, you did.
Listen. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you. I
I'm
will
not either.
repeat to you what I said.
I'm not either.
I said
so that's two
that
charges.
intentional.
So the charges have to.
You need to
As
be
far as I'm
quiet while
concerned,
I'm
the two
talking.
charges
You
have
need
to
to be
be
quiet.
separated.
Mute. Can you mute her, please?
Because
Mute her.
perjury is a
Can you
criminal
please
offense.
mute
It
her?
has to go to
Mute
circuit
her,
court.
but that will not make her hear you, Judge.
Intentional
Well,
infliction
she's
of
got to be
emotional
muted.
distress.
What I said was intentional infliction of emotional distress is something that circuit court has jurisdiction over. I never characterized that as a criminal matter. It is definitely a civil claim, but it is something that can't be done in district court. Now, that's what I said to you. You are on the mistaken belief that circuit court does not hear civil matters because you said, well, I thought circuit court only did criminal. You are the one who are mistaken about the jurisdiction of circuit court because that's what you stated on the record. Unmuted.
She's been talking the entire time.
Well, I said I was muted.
Judge, excuse me, you don't understand how this works. Let me explain something to you about Zoom right quick.
Okay.
When I muted her and now I'm asking her to unmute, if she doesn't do something on her end, she's still muted. So right now she's still muted. But I have asked her to unmute. She's not looking at the device that she's holding.
Is there a website where I can get the forms I need for this to be dismissed?
Listen, sir. Let me just explain this to you. Okay. You know, there are forms on the state court administrative office website. Okay. But, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're filling out, you know, you're just flopping around like a fish on a dock out of the water. And the same goes for Ms. Short because she apparently doesn't understand the jurisdiction, what types of cases can be done in district court and what types of cases can be done in circuit. That's why we're having this issue right now. So, you know, look, how could I put it? If two people that have no military training, amateurs, and they want to throw hand grenades, well, you know, if you don't do it the right way, you might blow yourself up. You might blow the other person up, but you might blow yourself up too. If they don't understand how the process works, I would say this to both parties. You need to seek out legal counsel.
The judge actually put this perfectly, because this might be one of the dumbest, most chaotic hearings we've seen in a while. The guy is staying calm while being sued for over 10 grand. He's not causing problems. He just clearly doesn't understand court, which is fair because most people don't, unless they've been divorced or arrested. But this Karen, she's filing claims in the wrong court, like it's a scratch-off ticket, just hoping something hits. It's like watching someone try to return a blender to the DMV. She's throwing around legal terms she half heard in a Netflix documentary and calling it a case. And now this poor guy has to sit there nodding like he knows what a civil tort is. Let's see how this disaster wraps up, because if she brings up astrology or Mercury retrograde, I'm logging off.
I can barely hear what you're saying. Like I said, I'm at the airport. There's a lot of people around.
Ma'am, are you getting ready to go on a trip or something?
No, I actually just came. I had a rental car.
Oh, I see. Ma'am, this is what I'm doing. I am ordering that this go to 7th Circuit Court. Venue is to be changed because intentional infliction of emotional distress is a circuit court matter outside the jurisdiction of district court. Plaintiff shall pay the filing fees in the receiving court. I don't know if you asked for a jury trial or not. You did not, it looks like. So there was no jury fee. No further proceedings shall be had after transfer until these costs or expenses are paid. If not paid within 56 days of the date of this order, this case shall be dismissed by the court to which it was transferred.
And what cost am I paying? Hold on. What cost am I paying for?
The filing fees for circuit court.
Why am I paying for filing fees for the circuit court? Because there's been multiple cases that have been brought forth.
Because you filed it in district court, we don't do intentional infliction of emotional distress cases.
Well, I need to see that in writing. I need to see that document in writing that states that
If you
you
want
got
to
that
appeal,
this report.
if you want to
I've
appeal,
already skimmed SCAO. I've already skimmed that. I'm reading constantly every day, and I did not see that form on there
I'm
that
sure that
states.
you are. But
Yes, I am.
if you want to appeal my ruling, you got 21 days to do it.
Yep, I do.
You got 21 days to appeal it to the circuit court. My ruling. Thank you both.
Let me know in the comments how many brain cells you lost watching this, because mine checked out around minute 2. And honestly, I respect that decision. She was completely wrong about everything, but loud enough to sound convincing. If you've never seen a courtroom before, I've got a headache, and I wasn't even the one being sued for emotional trauma over dinner. Unless this judge has the patience of a monk, this case is getting tossed. Harder than her next dating app match. And just a reminder, you need an oath before you can even talk about perjury. This isn't courtroom fan fiction. So what do you think? Was the judge too nice? Or just trying to survive the day without throwing the gavel? Like, subscribe, and come back tomorrow. We post every day. Appreciate you guys.